Hey, Rooted Coop family, welcome back and let's dive right in. Today we're going to be starting off with the heat transfer method of soap making. In my container, I've already pre-measured all of my oil. This batch contains olive, coconut, palm, sweet almond, and castor oils. These oils are pretty basic in most of my soap making. The coconut and the palm oil are the ones that will need to be melted down, and it's super cold in my shed today, and so all of my oils that can harden up are definitely hard. I measured my lye water solution and let it sit for just a few moments to clear up before I poured it over, so it's still good and hot. I poured the lye water solution over my oil, and I'm just using my whisk. You could use a spoon or a spatula, just whatever, to gently stir these up to start melting down those oils to get it ready to start with your stick blender. So I'm just right now working on getting all of the big chunks ready for it to get the stick blender out after it. This is also going to be a milk soap. It's going to be one of my triple milk batches. I'm just going to continue using this whisk to stir and break down these oils to get those all melted. I wanted to talk to you about how I do my triple milk soap. The way that I do it is I take and mix part of my water with my lye and then use that to add to the oils. And then I add in the remainder in my milk to come up with my total amount of liquid that I'm needing. So like an example would be if the recipe called for 10 ounces of water, I would use say 5 ounces of water to add to my lye. And then after I've added the lye water solution in like I've done here, then I would add the milk into the batter, into the lye and oil that I've already kind of started whisking together. That way my milk doesn't scorch as easily. You can also do this with freezing your milk and then adding the lye granules to that. That is something that I have done. I find this to be easier for me. But again, with soap making, we all have our ways of doing things. We all do what works for us. We need to try out other methods. None of us are perfect, and we all just want to create something that's beautiful, and however it works out best for each soap maker, I think that's fine. Right now I'm using the stick blender and getting those last few chunks broken up, starting to blend and incorporate that together. I'm going to be adding in my milk. So right now I've got some cow's milk, some goat milk, and some coconut milk in this container, and I'm going to add that into my oil and lye. So that brings my total water or liquid all up to the amount that it needs to be. I'm adding in just a touch of titanium dioxide or TD as well. But yeah, I find this works out so much easier for me, and it works out beautiful in my soaps, and so I'm going to do it the way that I feel is best. But there are definitely a ton of ways to do this, and so you need to find what works best for you and try some other methods. I'm adding in some fragrance oil. This is such a delightful fragrance that I've added in, and it behaves so well. I'm just loving this fragrance. And with doing the heat transfer method and the fact that it's cold in my shed, I've added the milk. This is going to be a thick batch, and that's perfectly fine. That's what I'm going for. So I am working with what I have to make it how I want it to be. I'm going to be splitting part of this batch off so I can color it with a beautiful mica from Glitter Chimp. I just poured part of this into a separate container. I'm going to leave the base of this white, and I'm going to be adding a beautiful heather mica powder from Glitter Chimp into this other container here, and I diluted it with a little bit of water. Helps it to kind of blend together just a little easier. You can add the straight mica powder in, and that works just as well. I'm gonna gently stir it up with my spatula, and then I'll use the stick blender just to make sure it's all incorporated together. And if y'all have not checked out Glitter Champ yet, I do not know what's keeping you from going over there. They have amazing product prices. Their customer service and their shipping is absolutely fabulous. Okay, this is all blended together. I'm going to drop my mica colored soap into my container. And this is going to be a thick batch of batter. And it's going to have a beautiful effect. I'm going to get this put into a mold. And then I'm going to do a mica drizzle across the top of the bars, just for a little added elegance and some added touch to make it even prettier. Just kind of gently stir this in. I don't want it to all turn the same color, so just kind of stirring it together, and I'll get this into my mold. I will tap it down to make sure to get all of the air bubbles out. Is what it looks like. We'll give it 24 hours and we will come back for the cut. And here we are 24 hours later. Look at these beautiful bars. There's the top of it. I love how this turned out. Look at those swirls. Oh, they're absolutely gorgeous. I just love them. They turned out so pretty. This was definitely a fun batch to make. I know it's one that all of my customers love, so that's why I'm having to keep restocking this one because everybody's loving it. And here's another view of the top. I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day. Thank you for joining me today. As always, stay clean, stay rooted, enjoy the scents, and embrace the suds. See you soon. Bye for now.